Good evening, everyone. I am super excited to be here. Welcome back to Mobile Home Mondays. I first and foremost want to thank everybody who participated in the polls to decide what time Mobile Home Mondays was going to be on. So we are officially back with Mobile Home Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on our YouTube channel at Jasmine Gittens. For those who are new or who are not familiar with me, my name is Jasmine Gittens. I am an investor. I've been investing in wholesaling for over 6 years now. Been teaching and coaching people how to wholesale both houses and mobile homes for a little over 5 years now. And I am so excited that just come here Mobile Home Mondays. It's an opportunity for you to ask any questions that you have regarding mobile homes, wholesaling mobile homes, be able to network and connect with people in the comments. When you guys tune in to Mobile Home Mondays, make sure you are in the comments telling us where you are from so you guys can actually connect with each other, build, be able to do deals together, JVs, right? And just be able to take strategies and tips from Mobile Home Mondays that you can actually implement into your business. Okay, so again, I'm happy to be here. We're going to be diving deep, and today I want to talk to you guys about things to do before you actually start wholesaling mobile homes. Okay. So, things to do, and this is if you're doing mobile homes and houses, but this is Mobile Home Mondays, right? So, we'll be talking about mobile homes. So, a lot of people, a lot of you guys are interested in wholesaling, right? Interested in utilizing that strategy to get into the game, right? To be able to get in, close some deals, build some capital, learn the game, get in the game, and be able to essentially, for the most part, usually take the funds from wholesaling and then transition into a more passive strategy, right? So I want to get into that and make sure again, as you guys are tuning in, let me know where you are tuning in from, okay? And then we're going to get into all of this information tonight. So hello, Angela, tuning in from New York. That's what I'm talking about. That's where my husband and I are from. So let's get into it. Let's get into if you are looking to get started wholesaling, what should you do right before that step where you actually start implementing and start wholesaling, right? Start actually talking to sellers and getting deals done, okay? How do you properly prepare? Okay? So the first thing that we're going to talk about, and sometimes you guys will see me glance down because I want to make sure that I don't miss any points tonight. But the first thing when right before starting to wholesale, right? The thing that you want to do is actually choose your market. And this is a decision that you need to make first before doing that is, do you want to start locally or do you want to start virtually, right? So some people like to start in their backyard. They're more of a touch it, feel it, see it kind of person, right? And others are comfortable with doing this game wholesaling virtually. So make a decision on which one would better suit your personality, better suit what you feel comfortable, and what you feel that you can consistently execute on, right? So you're just some pointers. If you're doing it locally, typically you are, you're having to go out and go to these homes, right? So you don't get from the virtual side. The opposite is you're able to talk to more people, probably make more offers, right? Because you're on the phones, you're not actually driving 30 minutes to a house and driving back, right? However, on the flip side of that, if you are wholesaling locally, your conversions are typically higher because you are face to face. You're able to build a different type of connection with someone, right? So if you see maybe 10 homes, maybe you get, 6 of those homes, right? Maybe you have a higher conversion rate. Whereas with virtual wholesaling, you're typically going to have to talk to more people in order to get the same amount of deals because your conversions are usually going to be a little lower just because, again, you're on the phone, you don't have that opportunity to look them in the eyes. But because you're doing so much of a high volume, they really end up kind of equaling each other out until on the virtual side you start to expand. Once you start to expand beyond one market, now that's where the virtual wholesaling begins to have a lot of value because now you're not just virtually wholesaling in one market, you're virtually wholesaling in, 4 markets, 5 markets, right? But just starting out, choose whether you want to locally wholesale or virtually wholesale, and then Choose your market. So even if you're locally wholesaling, that does not mean that you have to do it in your particular city. Maybe your particular city isn't the best one, right? Maybe you're choosing two cities, or from where you live, or one county from where you currently live, right? So, but it's within driving distance, within a comfortable driving distance. So you want to choose your market, and in choosing your market, you want to actually see, where are mobile homes, right? Where is there an abundance of mobile homes around me? Okay, so you want to be able to actually know that there is inventory available for you to wholesale. Okay, you don't want to go into a market that, maybe there's only one mobile home park in the entire, city, or something like that. Obviously, you want there to be enough inventory for you to be able to wholesale. Okay. And then on top of that, you want to actually know that people are buying mobile homes in your market. So not only is there activity, but not only are there mobile homes available, but there's actually activity taking place. There's people that are selling, people that are buying, right? So you want to make sure that both of those are checked off of the list when choosing a market. Okay, so you want to make sure that those things are confirmed. And then the last thing that we typically check for is an increasing population. So we want to go into a market where there's growth. There's people moving in that direction. There's people, wanting to come live there. It's not like everybody's literally like leaving the town. Everybody's trying to get out of there, right? That's typically not a good sign. So you want to go in those markets where people are coming to. It's a growing population. And sometimes we do consider crime rate as well, because that typically correlates to the continued growth of the population. But I don't like to put that out there too much, because sometimes people get scared, like, oh, there's a bit more crime. You might be in like a city, right? Like we particularly live in Charlotte, right? So this is a city, like this is a more urban area than some of the outer skirts cities on the outskirt, right? So there may be more crime here because it's a higher population. It's a more dense population here. So that just this kind of just the nature of it. So again, we don't kind of like to put that out there, but because I don't want to confuse you, right? And I don't want you to miss an opportunity because you didn't quite understand the crime relation to your geographical area that you are choosing. So the things you want to know, right? Are you going local, virtual? What market, again, you're choosing based on, are there mobile homes there? Are people buying mobile homes? And you want to know that there is an increasing population in that particular market. Okay. So first things first, choose your market. Okay. The next thing that you want to do before you actually start wholesaling is you want to do some market research. Once you've chose your market, you say, okay, boom, I'm going to be wholesaling in this particular city, or in this cluster of cities, or in this county, right? Really depending on your market, like just really depending on the particular market that you choose, how big it is, how much inventory, how much activity. You might do a cluster of cities, you might do one city, or you might do like a county. Okay, and also depending on your budget and stuff like that, but we're going to talk about that in just a couple seconds. All right, so choose your market, right? So once you've chose your market, now you want to do your market research. Okay, you want to start understanding the mobile home industry. You want to know what is the average lot rents in your particular market, right? What are the average price for mobile homes in your particular market? So this is very, very important, because when you begin wholesaling, you're going to be making offers, and you need to have an idea of what the values are for these properties, so that you can make accurate offers, right? You can make offers that you can actually fulfill what you are saying, right? We don't want to make an offer for $30,000 and we're only getting buyers that are coming in at $10,000, right? So we're way off on understanding the value of the mobile homes in that particular market. Okay, and you have to understand that you need to know the value in your market, right? So literally the value of a mobile home in one city can be drastically different from the value in another city, right? Or state to state. Okay. So you need to know the values of the mobile homes in your particular market. And I think the best way to go about doing this is actually connecting and speaking to other investors in your market, right? Calling investors who may have some listings, or calling some dealers in your market, and just starting, let them know what you're looking to do, and, connect with them, let them know that you have some inventory in the pipeline. You're going to be starting to have some inventory available for them, and you want to get an idea of where they're at. What price points are they looking at for these types of homes? What price points are they selling them at retail value to end buyers? So you really want to have an idea of the price point. And one thing to keep in mind for mobile homes, right? Because some people are coming from an understanding of wholesaling houses, and that's what I did for 6 years now. we've been wholesaling houses. So just understanding that wholesaling mobile homes is a little bit different, right? The overall idea of it is the same, but there's a lot of little details that are different that makes a huge difference in being able to properly wholesale mobile homes. So with that being said, right, you want to know the price points for different age ranges of mobile homes, right? So, if they're in the 90s, if they're in the 80s, if they're in the 2000s or higher, right? So you want to kind of have a gauge of an understanding of price points kind of per decade for mobile homes. Okay. So you want to, again, just start talking to investors. We actually have a template that we provide our members for, what the price points are for each decade of mobile homes. But that's something that you guys can go out and create yourself if you need to. Okay. So once you have done some market research, right? So we talked about you choose your market. Now you do your market research, right? You've done that. You have an understanding of pricing. Okay. The next thing that you want to, and this is something that is a big question. A lot of people are asking, is this necessary or not? Right. And that is getting a license. Okay. Getting a license. Do you need a license? Do you not need a license? Should I get a license? Should I not get a license? Right. So the quick answer is, if you're just starting, you haven't done your first deal yet, and you're looking to just like get started, get your first deal, most likely you do not need to get your license, right? You can go out there and get a deal, start building your business. And once you have reached a particular point, then you can consider getting your license, right? That's kind of, the way that it typically goes. However, I want to make sure that I give this disclaimer that each state has its own particular requirements as far as how many mobile homes you can purchase and sell before it is a requirement to get your license. Okay, so each state, so for example, in North Carolina, you can buy and sell 3 mobile homes after you've purchased and sold 3 mobile homes. Now it is a requirement for you to get your license within 1 year. Within 1 year, if you've bought and sold a mobile home with 3 mobile homes within 1 year in North Carolina, now it's a requirement to get your license, right? However, with that being said, if you are wholesaling, right, you are not particularly purchasing the properties, right? You are connecting, and you are assigning your contract. So you haven't actually purchased the property, right? Your name is not on the title, it's not recorded, right? So that is something to keep in mind, that you haven't actually purchased any properties, right? No money has come out of your pocket to purchase. Again, your name is not on anything. So that's very important to note. And another thing is, just from kind of speaking to several departments, throughout the country, most of these departments are not actually tracking who has their license, who doesn't have their license. They're not like sitting at the computer, like waiting for somebody to close on a deal and like, oh, they sold one extra one. So they're not really monitoring or policing, this particular sector, if you will. However, it can pop up if there's an issue. If are doing a deal and something goes south, right? Something goes sour, things don't go as a plan, and somebody reports you or something like that. That's typically where an issue can come into play, and you can be provided like a cease and desist to stop buying in mobile homes until the year has ended, before you can restart buying mobile homes again, or you will be provided a fine, just really depending on what the person in charge decide, how they decide to punish you, if you will. So that's just something again to consider. So I did want to, and I'm going to share this link with you guys. Let me see if I can actually share it on my screen really quick. I wanted to share with you all, if it will let me. Okay, I think this is it. Yeah. Okay. So actually here you can see this is a website from John Freddo. So shout out to him. This is a list of mobile homes that you per state, right? That you can actually purchase and sell, not wholesale. Purchase and sell, right? So each state he's already listed out each one for you, right? So if you want, we're gonna create just like a sheet, a cheat sheet for this. If you want a cheat sheet of what each state requirement is, and the phone numbers to contact your county, or excuse me, your state, to get a license, or to figure out what the requirements are to get your license, just comment cheat sheet below and I'll get that to you. Okay. So let me just scroll so you guys can actually see each one. Okay, so I'm just doing this real quick so you can see your state. See your state, see your state. All right, cool. So we went over each one, okay? So I just want to show that to you really quick. Let me make sure that you guys can see, because I can see that some of you. Okay, there we go. So we scrolled through it. You saw it. Okay, if you need to, you can always go back, watch the replay, and play it again. And again, if you need it, I'll provide it as just comment cheat sheet. Okay. So getting a license again is more of an advanced need if you're planning to really kind of go in and start, flipping, start buying, start renting them out. It could be useful in talking to park managers to kind of show that you're, serious in the game. But again, if you're just getting started, it's not something that I particularly feel is necessary. But with that being said, call your state, figure out the guidelines, and make a decision of what you want to do. Okay. All right. And last but certainly not least is setting targets and making a plan. Okay. So as I shared, with you guys before, we made a little over $100,000 in our first 6 months, right? Wholesaling just mobile homes. So you need to set a target. What do you want to achieve in the next X, right? In the next 6 months, in the next year, in the next 90 days? What is it that you would like to achieve? Okay. So I typically put a year mark on it. And now you want to reverse engineer, right? So boom, I want to make $100,000 this year. Okay. On average, you are, our deals are about 5,000, on average, right? So that is 200 deals, right? So if you no, excuse me, you want to make $100,000, right? Excuse me, $100,000 divided by 5,000, 20 deals, a lot easier. Okay. So if you want to close $100,000 by the end of the year, or even in 6 months, you need to do an average of 20 deals, averaging $5,000 each, right? Okay, great. So I know I need to close 20 deals. Now that's your target. That's the target that you want to hit. Now you need to make a plan for that to actually come to fruition, right? And a plan of actual tactics that you're going to implement on a consistent basis to make sure that you actually hit that target. Okay, so what that can look like, I want to do 20 deals. Okay. In order for me to do 20 deals, I know for each deal, I usually have to talk to, let's just say you need to talk to 20 people. Okay. So, I need to talk to 20 people per deal. So now you're looking at 400. So I need to make 400 offers. I need to make 400 offers. Every 20 I make, I get one. I need to make 400 offers. Great. How many leads do I need to get, right? So I always go backwards that way. How many deals? Okay, how many offers do I need to make? And then how many leads do I need to get in order to make that many offers? Okay. Once you have solidified those main three key performance indicators, your KPIs, now you can actually again identify what are my marketing strategies that I'm going to implement. Okay, am I doing direct mail? Am I doing band signs? Am I doing, talking, am I networking, talking to park managers? Like, how am I going to attack this? Okay. And for each marketing strategy, what's my expectation as far as how many leads I can expect, how many opportunities I can expect from that to hit my goal of $100,000? Okay. So now again, you need to reverse engineer. And again, it goes back to talking to people in a community like our Facebook group, right? You can go to facebook.com/groups/virtual wholesaling tribe, and you can connect and figure out what are these numbers, right? How many direct mail pieces are you sending out to get a lead? How many bandit signs are you putting out to get a lead, right? And so that you can identify what amount of activity is required from you to be able to hit your goal. Okay. Now, once you know that, then you need to actually make a plan to execute. So boom, I want to make 100,000. I need to close 20 deals. I need 400. I need to make 400 offers. Boom, great. So that means I need to put out, 50 signs per week. I need to do 5,000 mailers a month, right? This is hypothetical numbers here. I need to do 5,000 mailers a month. Okay. I need to talk to 10 park managers, right? Okay, great. Now the plan. When am I sending my direct mail pieces? How consistently am I sending? Am I sending them once a month? Right? What day? What day? What the first day of the month? Am I sending it the first Thursday of every month? So have an actual plan. Am I doing bandit signs? Okay, what days am I going out to put my signs? When am I ordering my signs? Right? I'm ordering them every single, third week of the month so they can come and be delivered on the first of the month. And I'm putting them out every Friday, right after I get off work or whatever, right? I'm waking up Saturdays at 6 o'clock in the morning to put them out so that they're out when people are out and about on the weekends. Okay, what is the actual plan that you're going to make sure that your goals are getting hit? If you have the goal and you know the targets, right, and you actually created a plan that you can stick to consistently, you're golden. You're golden. You are going to make it happen. And now you are ready to go. It's go time. Let's actually start wholesaling these mobile homes. Let's get to it. Let's get to the money, right? Let's get to serving people, helping people. Let's get to it. Okay? So this is what you need to do before you actually start wholesaling, okay? So I'm going to, as you guys know, ready, this is Mobile Home Mondays. This is your opportunity to come here, get your questions answered. We're going to be reviewing deals. We're going to be doing live calls, all types of things on Mobile Home Mondays. So make sure you have put Mobile Home Mondays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in your calendar. Put an alarm on so get noticed and you remember. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell that you can be notified every single time that I am on for Mobile Home Mondays. Okay. So we got Danielle listening in from Raleigh, North Carolina. Hey, Danielle. Danielle, actually, we did an interview with her in our Facebook group. She was just crushing it, just getting started, closed so many deals, and had a phenomenal marketing strategy that she had shared with us. So if you missed that, go back into my lives here on YouTube and watch that interview. Valerie is tuning in from Houston. Hello, hello. I love that market. I mean, just Texas in general is a great market for mobile homes. So get to it, girl. Bella says she's watching from Seattle. Hi, Jasmine. Hello, Bella. How are you? So let's see. What type of license, real estate or wholesale? So it's called a dealer's license. It's called a dealer's license, particularly for mobile homes. So, when you're doing houses, some states actually require you now to have a real estate license. I believe Illinois and a few other states require you to have a real estate license in order to wholesale. Okay. But for mobile homes, it's called a dealer's license, a dealer's license. Okay. And the requirements are different. Some of them require you to take a class, to pass a class. Some of them require you to have a home office or an actual physical location where your mobile homes would be, right? Because they expect that you're going to be buying mobile homes and, that you're going to have to place them somewhere. Okay. So that is so it's called a dealer's license. Okay. Getting a mobile home license, I didn't even know that existed. Right. That's why I'm here, to bring the information to you so that you guys can make informative decisions and, execute appropriately. And again, I bring it up just for you to be aware, but please, 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 please do not let the license be something that deters you, that delays you in any type of way. If you're just getting started, do not concern yourself. Get started while you are in the process of wholesaling, of executing, right? Of getting deals done. Talk to your your state, right? Department of Transportation, and figure out the rest from there. Okay. But get it done. Get it done. Get started now. Okay. This is literally something that should take you no more than I'll give you 3 days. I'll give you 3 days. But really 1 to 2 days. Like, you can run all this information, think to yourself, do I like virtual, local? All right, I'm gonna do local. Cool. Let's go. Let's, maybe tune into our Facebook. Where are some people wholesaling? Where are some popular places? Okay, great. That state, cool. Let me choose a couple cities. Let's see if there's any mobile homes in there, right? Are people selling and buying mobile homes? Great. Let's get started, right? Let's set up, call a few investors. Like, it's very simple. Like 3 days, you should be up and running. Okay. If I'm wholesaling virtually, how do I get a license in another state if I do not live there? You definitely would want to call that particular state to see what their requirements are. And then you will be able to know, because some of them, like I said, they require, a home office. Some of them don't, some of them you just have to pass a class. So it depends on what state in particular you are considering. But remember, you don't need it right away. Okay. Just get started. Is there a lot of out-of-pocket costs? That is a phenomenal question, Angela. And the answer is absolutely not. Okay. Absolutely not. This is one of the things that I really love about mobile homes. Okay. So we went from wholesaling houses again for years before we got into the mobile home space, and we were spending $10,000 a month on marketing, right? To starting to wholesale mobile homes, and we were spending about $500 a month. Like, that is so drastic. $10,000 a month on marketing to spending $500 a month on marketing. So your only expense is your marketing, right? To actually get deals. And for mobile homes, there are actually free strategies. Like I have students that have gotten deals completely free. And this is something that I'll be actually touching on and talking about in our 100K wholesaler masterclass that's coming up next week. So next week we're doing a 2-day free masterclass where I'm going to be sharing with you the exact step-by-step blueprint that we took to actually make $100,000 in 6 months wholesaling mobile homes. And honestly, I'm only gonna we only use one or two of the strategies that I'm gonna be showing you guys uh, in the masterclass. So I'm going to show you several strategies, and we only use one or two of those strategies to make $100,000, in 6 months wholesaling mobile homes. And the thing is that again, this you have opportunities to do this for free. So there's no excuse, no reason for you not to get into this game. There is a wide open opportunity right now for you to get in. So that answers your question. Let's see. Who is the cheapest direct mail to use? I can't tell you the cheapest. I have not. I've only used one company. I've only ever used gobigprinting.com. I don't have any affiliation with them. I just when I first started wholesaling and I got like a mentor, that's what he used and that's what I use, and I've never tried any other one. So Go Big Printing is who I use, Bella. Angela says, thank you. Angela said, what's the best way to market virtually? So you can, all of the methods that we use to wholesale locally, we also use to wholesale virtually. So we use the same exact marketing strategies, whether you're wholesaling locally or whether you're wholesaling virtually. Absolute same. Now the difference is if you're wholesaling virtually, and if you're using some of the marketing strategies that require a person, like putting out signs, right? You're going to need a boots on the ground. Okay. So if you're virtually wholesaling and you're going to need a boots on the ground. So you typically still need someone to just be your boots on the ground. Okay. And that's something that I definitely can share and talk with you guys more about in future, mobile home Mondays, about the specifics of virtual wholesaling and what that looks like. But we use the same exact marketing strategies regardless. Okay. Scott says, how do you sell this idea to a park manager? If you get a lead and can't get the park manager on board, is it a dead deal? Is the deal dead? Really great question, Scott. And the answer is no. So the answer is no, the deal is not dead. Okay. So let's just say you got a seller who's interested in selling their property, right? You make them an offer, they accept your offer. There's a couple things. Obviously, you need to do your due diligence, right? Part of that is talking to the park manager. So at some point, you're going to have a conversation with the park manager to confirm, hey, confirm things about the seller, right? Are they up to date on their lot rent, so on and so forth, right? Now, the park manager, there's a couple of things. One, they may have a first right of refusal, okay, which means that in the leasing agreement, that they have with the seller, they have the opportunity to make an offer, match your offer, or exceed your offer, right, before the seller accepts. Now, that doesn't mean that that the seller has to accept their offer, right, at all. That the seller can choose to give you an opportunity, right, to exceed their offer by whatever, $100, whatever it may be, so that you're the highest bidder and they can move forward with you, right? So that's that. As far as getting approved, right? Because you still do, whoever's coming into the park, they do have to get approved. The idea behind this, and I want to make this very clear, we are not against the park managers by any stretch of the imagination, right? We want to become friends with the park managers. We want them to love us, and we want to love them. Okay, if they are nasty and not pleasant, that is okay. Your goal is to still build a good relationship with them, still come in trying to provide value for them, being very transparent with them. So we actually purchased a mobile home, and the park manager was like non-investor friendly, they call it, right? He was not investor friendly. He did not want investors. He only wanted the end buyers to come in and purchase, right? So we spoke with him. We let him know, we were transparent. We let him know what we were doing. And once we shared with him, he immediately said no, he's not interested. Well, first of all, he told the seller told me, and I'm like, can I get the park manager's number? Right, I want to talk to him myself. So he said no, and I just asked why, and he shared he had a bad experience. And this is typically the reason why most investors don't want to, or excuse me, most park managers don't want to work with investors, because they've had a bad experience in the past, right? And he shared his experience, and we literally shared, how we would not do that, right? He basically said that the last person lied to him. They told him that they were buying the property, and they ended up subleasing it. And it turned into a whole big, problem. And I said, well, look, we're being very transparent with you. This is the kind of relationship that we want to build with you. So I'm going to be straight and forward and direct with you. And that's why I'm coming to you to be, transparent and clear on what we're looking to do. And, he was just very appreciative of that and completely change his mind in an instant. So you have that, right? So again, your goal is to go in there and provide value to the park manager. Go in there, build rapport with them, let them know what you do, let them know the service you provide, and try to find a way to make the relationship a pleasant one. Okay, but if it's not, again, it's not a dead deal. But if it's in a park where the person is the mobile home is staying, and the buyer is going to be, coming to that park, you want to make sure that you have a good relationship, because the park manager has to approve the buyer at the end of the day. Okay, so we don't want to make any reason for them not to do that. Okay. Jasmine, thank you, Jasmine, for this refresher. I wholesaled almost a year before I got my license to begin fixing and flipping. Thank you so much, Danielle, for sharing that with us, because again, I don't want this to be a deterrent for anyone, right? Literally, it's just information, but just get started. Danielle wholesaled for a whole year before getting her license so she can start fixing and flipping. Again, you're wholesaling. Your name is not going on the title. You're not purchasing mobile homes at all. So, that's just that. Get to it. Start wholesaling. Once you get to the point where you're buying a ton of them, you're buying and fixing and flipping, or you're buying and you have rentals, then maybe you want to consider that. But what you can also do, if it's something that's like eating up at you, right, and you're just like, I just want to do it, but you don't want to have to go through that process, you can partner with a dealer. You can partner with someone who already has their license. Okay, and you can operate with them. You guys can create a relationship. That's actually something we've done, because we have been we're more in the space. We've been looking at like opportunities to develop with mobile homes. And when you're purchasing mobile homes directly from a manufacturer, you get a significant discount if you're a dealer with purchasing them. So we need to partner with a dealer so we can get that significant discount. Okay. What about tiny parks with no manager? So there's going to be some, if it's a park, um, you know, there's going to be somebody, whether it's the owner or, it's a park manager, it's going to be somebody, because I mean, somebody's collecting that rent. So, you know what I mean? Somebody's operating. If something happens, there's somebody that they can call, whether it's the manager or whether it's the owner. Now, if it's a a lot where the people who own the mobile home also own the land, and each one of them just own their land and their mobile homes, then that's different. That's more of a, and there's still even park managers for that situation, but you're just buying and selling directly with that person, and you're doing that same thing, even if they're renting the lots out. Okay. So that is that. And then the last question, it looks like anyway, unless somebody got some questions and you want to post them, is does the buyer and seller contract involve the park manager? No. So the contract, the purchase and sell agreement between the buyer and the seller does not involve the park manager. The park manager gets involved once uh, the buyer is in the process of getting approved to become, to get in, to live in the park, right? So once you have already gotten a contract with the seller, you've gotten a buyer. Now that buyer needs to get me 1 second, baby. 1 second. That my baby boy is like, mommy. That buyer needs to get approved by the park, in order to proceed, right? So that's when the park manager comes involved. But before then, you would already have a conversation with the park manager, find out the qualifications and all of that, do your due diligence. And we'll have another class on due diligence coming up soon here on Mobile Home Mondays. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, this was a fantastic Mobile Home Mondays. I'm super excited for us to be back up and running on Mobile Home Mondays. Guys, again, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. You want to be here on Mobile Home Mondays to learn all about wholesaling, investing in mobile homes. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you all next week. And again, if you have not already, we have our free 2-day masterclass. It's called the 100K Wholesaler Masterclass, coming up next Tuesday. Okay. So it's totally free. If you have not already registered, just head over. I'll go ahead and let me see. I'm going to see if I can put. Okay, I can. Great. I'm going to type in the website right now so that if you have not already, go grab your ticket. Okay, go grab your ticket, register to come to this 2-day masterclass. I'll be giving you guys the steps that we implemented and much more to make 100K wholesaling mobile homes. Cool. I just put that in there. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Uh, she said, how can she reach out for coaching? So you can reach out to me directly if you want to. Let me put my you should be able to guys, and just type in our number and my email address. So either one of those is a great way for you to tap into getting coaching directly with me. If you are looking to join or to get coaching, get direct mentorship from me. So you can call our main line or send an email. Let us know your interest in coaching. We'll go from there. Okay. Otherwise, again, join the free 2-day masterclass. I'm going to be actually offering an opportunity for direct coaching in the masterclass, along with it's going to be a discounted opportunity. Okay. Don't tell nobody. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much, guys. That great information. Awesome. Again, www.100kwholesalermasterclass.com. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Mobile Home Mondays. I look forward to seeing you all next week. See you soon. Thanks for tuning in.